Welcome to Awake and Activate. Here we're going to show the evidence and the proofs, the articles on freedom of religion or freedom from religion. And all of the source information is going to be linked down in the description box for you to do your own research and expand and discern for yourself. How many Christian denominations exist? As defined here, world Christianity consists of 6 major ecclesiastico-cultural blocks divided into 300 major ecclesiastical traditions, composed of over 33,000 distinct denominations in 238 countries. These denominations themselves being composed of over 3,400,000 worship centers, churches, or congregations. As we scroll down, I'm going to show you another article of more recent. Sorry. My mouse is really sensitive. All right. Here we go on this one here. Demographics. How many Christian denominations are there? On a Christianity Statistics article updated on March 2017 states that there are approximately 41,000 Christian denominations, but they also state this statistics takes into consideration cultural distinctions of denominations in different countries. So there's is like overlapping of many denominations. And as you can scroll through these several different articles, we've got again 33,000 here, 34,000 there, 41,000 here. It is an unknown, insurmountable amount of different factions and fractions of a breakaway from one fundamental teaching of Christianity, from one Bible, has divided itself out into this many distinct denominations. How can this be possible? If the Bible is true, how can it be changed or interpreted so drastically to split apart congregations into distinct, completely different, comprised of different values, whether they have gifts, apostles, beliefs, structures, to so many different denominations? Just wanted to share this with you guys. Okay, this article. Why are there so many Christian denominations? The Bible's answer. People have used the teachings of Jesus Christ to form a variety of Christian denominations. However, the Bible indicates that there's only one true form of Christianity. Consider just 3 reasons for reaching this conclusion. Jesus said that he taught the truth, and early Christians referred to their religion as the truth. These expressions show that those who promote doctrines that conflict with Jesus' teachings are not practicing a true form of Christianity. The Bible teaches that Christians should all speak in agreement. However, many Christian denominations disagree on teachings as basic as what it means to be a Christian. Some denominations cannot all be right. Number 3, Jesus prophesied that many would claim to be Christian yet fail to obey his commandments, and that he would reject such ones. Some people would be misled by religious leaders who corrupt the true worship to further their own interests. However, other people would actually prefer imitation Christianity because it would tell them what they want to hear rather than the truth from the Bible. In this illustration, of the wheat and the weeds, Jesus foretold a great rebellion against true Christianity. For a long period of time, true Christians and false Christians would be indistinguishable. Just as Jesus foretold, the apostasy flourished after the disciples died. While apostasy teachings may vary from various forms of imitation Christianity, have all deviated from the truth. Jesus also predicted that the distinction between the true and false Christianity would eventually become clear. This has happened in our time during the conclusion of the system of things. Okay, so that's that article, and that's where I got where it was called the truth. Others have referred to it as the way. Last article I want to share with you is called Organized Religion, a Tool for Ignorance, Power, and Control. Okay, I think anyone who follows me even somewhat regularly knows that I am a Christian. I know that that's not always a popular thing to be as a liberal, but it's a fact nonetheless. That being said, I detest organized religion. What religion is to me is a human-made concoction meant to promote the personal views of some while degrading the views of others. Honestly, the only reason I call myself a Christian is because it's easier than saying I believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ and the values for which he stood. That being said, I oppose most things that have been written in the Bible, as it is clear that much of the text has been influenced by the personal views of those in charge of translating the text through time. I've talked religion with Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, Jews, atheists. Yes, I consider atheists a form of religion, end bracket. And it's amazing how personally we're all pretty much the same. Our core values as human beings basically identical. Things like being a good person, helping the helpless, and defending the defenseless. Generally just being good people. And isn't that what life is about? Isn't that what we should all strive to be as humans? Why is it that so many care so much about the personal religious views of others? If everyone kept their beliefs private, in brackets, as they should be, end bracket, practiced them in the appropriate places, and didn't judge others who believe differently, can you imagine how much more peaceful the world would be? How many murders, wars, or acts of terror, or any number of other heinous acts have been committed in human history in the name of religion? Not faith, spiritual guidance, or belief in humanity, but human-made religion. It's one group of humans telling another that they're wrong. It's one group of people using religion to manipulate the masses to oppose another grouping of people based on their own interpretation of faith. Because that's what organized religion is. Control. It's an easy way to take a group of people with like-minded beliefs and group them together and manipulate them for some kind of an ulterior goal. Heck, just look through history. Religious leaders often perpetuated that specific king or emperors were ordained. And for the people to rise up against them would be blasphemy. To question their rule was to go against God, thus risking damnation. It's genius, isn't it? For you can force people to support leaders who don't have their best interest in mind by simply invoking the wrath of whatever God they worship. And this isn't just a Christian thing. You see with almost every religion around the world. You see it in every religion around the world. It's why our founding fathers had it right by wanting to keep church and state separate. They didn't put God into the United States. Christians did that much later. Um, Phrases like one nation under God and in God we trust didn't show up in the United States until long after this nation was founded. How can anyone honestly argue that the country was founded on Christianity when the words Christian or Christianity don't appear not even once in our Constitution? Not one single time. I believe faith to be a wonderful thing, but by faith, I mean spiritual faith. If you want to believe in Jesus Christ or Muhammad, I don't care. As long as you are not taking that faith, forming it into a belief, and then forcing it on others. Hell, you don't even have to believe in anything at all. Just don't try to force others to believe in nothing either. I've met plenty of atheists who act just as obnoxious as religious radicals about their lack of a belief in God. If you don't believe how they do, you're an idiot. Because at the end of the day, who really cares? When we die, something happens to us, and that's certainty. Whether we ascend, whether we ascend up into some kind of heaven, get reincarnated into something else, or simply just cease to exist, something will happen to us when we die. Our goal as humans should simply be to exist as a good people. Exist as good people, okay. And that's essentially what the core of all of the faiths tell us. Just be a good person. But it's organized religion that has taken that simple goal and twisted it into human-made selfish ambition, greed, and power. Because religion is quite the tool to achieve all three of those things. Like I said earlier, many horrific acts have been committed in human history, all in the name of religion. Individuals who've been convinced that the best way to show veracity of their faith is by slaughtering those who do not convert to it. Religion is nothing more than a tool that's been used over the centuries to manipulate people, usually for the benefit of a select few. Heck, just look at this country now. Tens of millions of Americans vote against their own interests based on essentially two religious beliefs: abortion and same-sex marriage. And that's about it. I've actually met conservatives that say they couldn't care less about the economic policies either party supports because those two issues mattered most to them. Basically, they would rather live impoverished by economic policies which hurt them than see a gay couple get married or a woman have control over her own body. It's absolutely ridiculous because at the end of the day, no matter what we believe, how we're judged as people by, in brackets, by whoever might judge us, be it a deity or loved ones, end bracket, will be determined by our actions and not the opinions of strangers who disagreed with our beliefs. This was written by Alan Clifton from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He has a degree in political science. I thought I would share this with you guys as yet another proof for you guys to look into. Here's a quote that I wanted to share with you guys. Pit race against race, religion against religion, prejudice against prejudice, divide and conquer. We must not let that happen here. Guys, let's all come together in love for one another as brothers and sisters and from our heart. with the understanding and understanding of the equality that we all have, the distinct unity, the distinct sovereignty, the distinct qualities, uniqueness of each of us that we have to offer to make this place so beautiful and wonderful. So let's not be divided into groups against groups, especially when we are able to plainly see now that it's by design. Do not allow anything that has been a man-made construct divide us. Let's come together as one people in the betterment for all people in our uniqueness.